Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Group Chat Family Edition, a podcast designed to help families have meaningful conversations about faith at home. I'm Brett, and I'm so glad you're here this week. Whether you're driving to practice, sitting around the dinner table, or winding down for the night, this podcast is all about giving you the tools to talk about Jesus in everyday life. Each week, we'll explore a big truth from Scripture, unpack what it means for your family, and give you questions and ideas to spark real conversations with your students. So this week's session from the Gospel Project is called To Babylon. Rebellion will carry us to places we never wanted to go. Judah ignored God's warnings and hardened their hearts. Eventually, they faced exile to Babylon. Sin always takes us farther than we intended to go, but even in judgment, God's love and promises remain. He never gives up on his people. This week's Christ Connection. God punished his people for their sin, but he kept his promise to David to preserve a remnant and provide a king. Ultimately, God punished sin through Jesus and made him our king forever. So here are some questions you can ask around the table or in the car this week. Why do you think people ignore God's warnings even when they know better? How can we tell when God is warning us? And what does this story teach us about God's love and justice? How does Jesus give us hope when we mess up? Judah's story here in 2 Chronicles 36 reminds us that rebellion leads to consequences. But God's love never fails. He warns us because he cares for us. He sent Jesus to rescue us from our sin. Encourage your students this week that God's goal isn't just to punish. His goal is to restore. He wants a relationship with us even when we've wandered. It's also Thanksgiving week. And so let me just take a moment to pause and say that I am so thankful for you and the way that you invest in your students' faith. This is a great time to slow down, reflect on God's goodness, and talk about what we're grateful for as a family. So just a few quick reminders. One, Summer 26 mission applications are live, and the due date for those for Memphis, for Vancouver, and for Budapest is December 7th. So make sure you get those in. If you have questions, call us or email us here at the church office. We want to help. Also, the student Christmas party is set for Saturday, December the 13th. More details to come in the next week on that Christmas party. And also, winter retreat registration is open. Spots are filling up quickly, so get those to us as quickly as possible. Y'all, thanks so much for joining today's episode of Group Chat Family Edition. Keep the conversations going and keep pointing your family to Jesus. And hey, have a great week celebrating with family and friends Thanksgiving. We'll catch you next time.